live,
Donald Trump's
special,
heavily trailed phone call with Vladimir Putin hasn't led to Moscow
very
signing
important,
up to a 30-day ceasefire in Russia's ongoing war with its neighbour.
important
In fact, the 90-minute conversation seems
subject
to have given
or
the Kremlin more of an
war in
opportunity
Ukraine,
to
UK
make
25.
conditions on any truce, including the requirement that Kiev must stop receiving foreign military
10 o'clock
aid
news, 10
and
a.m. in the evening.
intelligence
This
and
is 22
end
a.m. in the
military
evening, and it is
mobilisation.
the
Mr.
19th,
Putin did say, however, he was
well, the
willing to
18th
pause
of
attacks on
March this
Ukraine's
evening, guys,
energy
Tuesday evening.
infrastructure, but 80% of it has already been destroyed by Russian bombs. This evening, President Zelensky said it's clear Russia isn't ready to end this war. The whole game is to weaken Ukraine. We'll be live in Kiev.
Now, Trump should really not let that happen. He has done, unfortunately. What an idiot.
Ukrainian forces carried on training to take on their Russian invaders today. A permanent peace deal still seems a long way off. A good and productive conversation, said Mr. Trump. Disappointing or underwhelming might be more accurate, as he failed to negotiate a full 30-day halt in the fighting.
What a surprise.
He posted on social media, "We agreed to an immediate ceasefire on all energy and infrastructure, with an understanding that we will be working quickly to have a complete ceasefire and ultimately an end to this very horrible war between Russia and Ukraine."
2025.
Attacks on Ukrainian power
It's got to come to an end of this war, surely.
in November caused frequent power cuts across the country. A 30-day reprieve will be welcome on both sides. Ukraine's also struck oil and gas facilities inside Russia. Vladimir Putin did look particularly satisfied just after the phone call as he met one of his advisors on Ukraine. Before he'll discuss ending the conflict, he insists all foreign military aid to Ukraine must be cut off. Air raid sirens sounded in Kyiv after those ceasefire talks. The very limited truce means Ukrainians could still come under Russian attack. Ukrainian President Zelensky was visiting Finland today. He says he wants to know exactly what Russia has promised and how they will be made to stick to it.
We support all steps aimed at ending the war. But to do this, we need to understand what exactly we support. President Trump is a busy man. When he has time, he can call me. He's got my number. We are ready to talk through further steps with pleasure.
Donald Trump
thumbs up the right side
wants to
screen,
move on
please.
quickly to agree a final settlement, but he may have been too optimistic about how close he is to reaching a peace deal. Talks will now focus on the demands Russia wants.
Tough break, Mr. Donald Trump.
Let alone
Not going well, is it?
Conflict.
He's not doing well at all. His colonies bailing
Here at the White House,
in America.
We
can't get a peace deal with Russia and Ukraine sorted out. And he's not doing well as President of America.
Negotiations just to try to get the Russian President Vladimir Putin to agree to a complete ceasefire, and he's making those stringent demands that all foreign military assistance to Ukraine has to be stopped. All intelligence sharing with Kyiv has to be stopped before he will talk about putting a final end to the conflict. Probably remember Donald Trump used to say that he could end this war within 24 hours.
Yes, he did say that.
Proving to be considerably more complex than he anticipated.
Oh dear.
Right, Sarah, thank
Oh
you,
dear.
Sarah Smith there. North America
We are in
is
trouble,
live
Mr. Donald
at
Trump.
the White House. Let's go straight to Kiev and James Landale, who's in the Ukrainian capital. I'm sure folks where you are, James, are happy their energy infrastructure, or what's left of it, might escape attack for a while, but there's still no commitment from Moscow to a full ceasefire that Kiev has already signed up to.
That's stupid.
Yeah, and that's why Kiev's response, I think, has been pretty calibrated and cautious. President Zelensky has welcomed the idea, at least the promise, of an end to Russian attacks on energy infrastructure. He said that even a partial ceasefire is a positive result. But I have to say, Clive, this evening, there's not much evidence of any ceasefire. Not only have we been hearing the air defences and drones in the skies above
it's
Kiev,
not already much of a
President
promise.
Zelensky has in the last few moments just issued a statement in which he has said there have been numerous drone attacks across the country, not just in this region, but also in the Sumy region and other parts of the country, some of them hitting hospitals and other civilian areas.
Oh dear.
So there is clearly tonight no evidence of an immediate ceasefire by Russian
Oh, that's just lying
in
then.
the air. And I think
We can't
that's
trust
why
them.
we've had from the Ukrainians a calibrated response. They want to support what progress that the Americans have made. They don't want to anger President Trump again. But at the same time, President Zelensky said, and he made it very clear tonight, that he says that what's been agreed today shows that Russia is still not ready to agree a peace deal here in this country. And just as you've said that, more air defences going off behind me. Clive.
Indeed. All
Jesus
right,
Christ,
James, thank you.
Silent Legends. There we go, guys.
And now to